Well, howdy y'all. Well, didn't get a chance to get much video out today because I ran off the house this morning and forgot the batteries over here. So I'm gonna show you what we did do. We got out here and we were trying to dig up the water lines. Couldn't figure out why we didn't have water still. After finding the meter and going through all that, we still didn't have water. Well, decided to take the backhoe and start digging, see if we could find it. Well, we found it. And of course we found it the hard way. But it was, come to find out, they had PVC running to 3/4 inch cast iron. Well, as most of you know, cast iron will clog up over time. It'll just sit there and rust and it'll just corrode and it'll clog itself up. So that's why we didn't have any water off of this. And then come to find out that meter that's way over there used to run to that house across the street. Now it runs way over here to this house, which makes no sense to me why they would run. I don't know, that's got to be 200 yards or better over there to feed this meter over for this to feed over here. So what we did is we dug a hole. I don't know how well you can see it, but we're going to try our best to get you to see it. And we got our pipe sticking out of there. And you see we got a stick stuffing in there to block it off. And we're going to be running that, teeing it off and digging a trench all the way across here, over there to the corner of that building, so that Maverick can have some water on the building. And then we're going to run that all out of PEX. So today we pretty much got us a material list. And got some wire, we got some rebar. We got our list for some electrical stuff that we're going to be doing out here, and get him set up so we can set his pad right here. We're going to get him a pad right here for the motorhome to set here. But we got to get all the water lines and the electrical lines and all that stuff dug and put in the ground over there. So we're going to be doing that all out of PEX. Maverick's over here now unloading his van, because tomorrow we're going to be taking a trip to Fort Smith. Good old yippee Fort Smith. And in the morning I got to be taking this hose off of this backhoe. And as most of y'all already know, it's leaking like a sieve. So we're going to be taking that line off right there. And I'm trying my best. I'm using my phone today, y'all. So we're going to be taking this line off here, and it goes right up inside there. We're going to take that line off of there. And we're going to go over to John Deere tomorrow while we're over there in Fort Smith, and we're going to get the correct fitting for that and the correct O-rings. So this way it'll stop leaking. Because as it is right now, it's costing way too much to keep operating this thing the way it is. So we're going to get that done. And then we're going to see sometime this week, since how we got a nice beautiful week coming up, we're going to see if we can't get old David over here at Come On. I am pretty confident in my welding as far as trailers go. But he has a much bigger welder for this. This is 1/2 inch plate that's going to go for the thumb for the backhoe. Now, for those of you who don't know how that works, I'm going to show you. So you see the teeth right here on the backhoe. That thumb welds right here, welds right up to there, and then the teeth come down on the thumb and grab that, and that picks up the logs and all that kind of good stuff. And then this way we can start picking up the logs around here instead of, you know, having to drag them out and then hook the stripes to them and all that stuff. We'll still have to strap them, but at least I'll be able to grab them and pick them up and then move them out of the way so we can strap them and drag them out of there, which makes life a whole lot easier. And as you can see, he's got his other stuff ready for the culvert over here, which is what we're doing. I had to come out here and fix the road first thing this morning when I got over here, because you know, all that water washed down the culvert over here, and we had to come over here and try to recover some of the rock that we lost over here. It just wasn't happening. So much of it went to the river anyway. There's a creek, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, that's a good 5 foot, 6 foot down there, y'all. 5 foot probably coming down through here. So we're going to be digging this out a little bit better, getting the culvert down in there a little bit better. And then we're gonna pour, he's gonna have a concrete truck come out here and we're just gonna pour this. I'm figuring that's probably gonna take about a whole truckload to pour this. By the time we get it formed out and all that stuff, yeah, it'll be a truckload. So at least we know it won't have to worry about it going anywhere at that point. But I'm not about to step out there. But I did fix some of the road down through there because that was all washed out way out in the middle of the road. So I just went ahead and did it. Help a brother out, you know what I mean? You know, people that got to live around here, we got to take care of each other, and I just happen to be here with it, so why not do it, right? It only took me about 10 minutes, and save a bunch of headache for somebody else down the long run. But that's pretty much what we got for the day so far. It is getting about 4 o'clock, so needless to say, we've been working on a bunch of other little things and making plans and trying to get a plan, you know, for what's to come and how to go about doing all this. So get a materials list together for the rest of the stuff that we're going to get tomorrow, and then he's going to order a bunch of stuff on Amazon. So this next week we're going to be getting a whole bunch of stuff done over here. He has to be, I guess, is the last day he's going to stay at the RV park is the 11th. So we don't have much time to get this stuff run, at least as far as getting him set up so he can be here. And then once he's here, then we can take our time and do the stuff, the rest of the stuff a little at a time. The main things is getting him power and water set up over here, and then we'll start working on some clearing and some other things like that. And you know, right now, basic infrastructure. Ha! There's a 2-cent word for today. Infrastructure. Oh, so. You know, I had to get my 2-cent word in for at least one time today, right? Having a hair day, y'all. I need a lot of hairspray. Get me back in the 70s and the 80s and get the Aquanet out, right? That's all I need to do is curl this stuff up and spray it all up, you know, and get me an afro going on here. I'll have it cool. Oh, remember the big hair days, the 80s? Was it the big hair 80s? Yeah. You know, everybody had their hair all puffed out. I actually did a perm one time. Didn't look good on me. Didn't fit me at all. I used to have the wavy locks, and as I'm getting older, it's all straightened out. But yeah, I actually had a bunch of old women one time. Long time ago, I was in LaGuardia Airport trying to deliver a load up there, and you know, and I had the cowboy hat, and I got the blonde mustache, and my hair was curly and blonde, and back then it was a lot lighter. And these women swore up and down I was Alan Jackson. I mean, I could not convince them that I was Gary. You know what I mean? That just wasn't happening. And finally, they just said, we know how you stars are. Y'all are always going incognito and just using fake names and everything. But could you sign this for us? I signed it Gary Skews. And they were tickled pink anyway. I just thought it was funny. Because they followed me around that airport for 20 minutes. I was trying to find this guy to get my load undone, you know. So they followed me all over the place till they finally got me to sign it. So, you know, in a way I feel bad about it, but you know, I couldn't convince them that I wasn't Alan Jackson. I was just a truck driver, you know. But that was comical. Anyway, so that's what we got going today. Tomorrow, we're gonna take you on a road trip tomorrow. Go over there to Fort Smith, get some of that stuff picked up, and get back over here and see what we can get done. Go from there. Main goal for tomorrow is get the backhoe fixed, so we're not sitting there burning up all this hydraulic fluid on a regular basis. And then, like I said, we're going to try and get David over there to come on. Like I said, I trust his welding a little bit better than mine when it comes to 1/2-inch plate. Trailers, you know, that's a whole different story. That stuff is never really thick. And, you know, I've built plenty of trailers in the past, you know, enough to haul this machine. I've built big enough trailers for that. But when you're talking about 1/2-inch plate, that's it takes a little bit of skill for that kind of welding. And I don't want to take a chance on tearing up a $300 thumb, you know what I mean? So I would rather just David do it. And he's got the bigger welder. I've just got my little one, but little one builds trailers fine. And it would probably do this just fine. But again, I would just much rather have him do it. won't take him very long. I'll do all the prep work and all that kind of good stuff, and we'll have all that ready to go. So in the meantime, that's what we got. We did have to put a lock on the shed over here just to keep the honest man honest, you know how that goes. And didn't have long enough bolts, so at least we got some of the bolts in there. Didn't take into consideration there was 3/4 plywood on the door and then 3/4 trim on the door at that. So, and plus 2x4. So that doesn't equate to 4 inches either way. But overall, y'all, this ground stayed pretty hard over here. I was pretty impressed with all that. Even like where I'm walking right here, there's only a few little soft spots, and we got that little mud hole there. So I think this is going to pack out fine. All this down through here is going to pack out fine once we finish filling this in and putting the mat down and then the rock down for him. So I think that's going to work out really good. And see about getting all the rest of that done. You still hear this creek running down here pretty good. I wonder if I can walk down here and show you how the creek is looking now. Now this is, what, 2 days after? And you'll be able to see. Now if y'all remember, the water was all the way up to here, right? All the way up here. So now if you remember, that water was up there pretty deep, so I would be in about 3 foot of water right now. So let's walk you out here and show you. Oh, look. Look at all the raccoon tracks. Them walking through here. And those are definitely raccoon tracks, y'all. Look at them over here. And you can see the dog tracks right beside them where a dog been sniffing them out. Where you be? Where you be, coon? You know how coon dogs are there all the time trying to hunt. But yeah, this is let's see the creek now. I don't know if you can hear it. The waterfall down there where it's running pretty hard. And maybe tomorrow I can sneak the drone down in there, y'all, and get some shots of that and show you how that is. But look at how that much this thing is running. Not moving super fast, but it's running. And he wants to take a bunch of this stuff, this scrub stuff out of here, right through here, so that you know, he can take a look and watch the creek. I think it's beautiful out here, so that's the plan for that. I don't know how well y'all can see me right now. I hope y'all can see me okay. It looks like it got dark. It got dark. Get back up here in the light. The GoPro would have showed that off better, but unfortunately, like I said, I left the batteries at home and forgot all about it. And then when we popped that pipe over there, we found out that the water was right, and I had to run over and try to find something to get it plugged off with, cap it. But then we found out he found the meter and got that going, so shut it off. So, and I still forgot the batteries then, but that's all right. So, what else we got? Oh, you got Mary and Miley's Adventures. They went out adventuring sometime today. I seen their video just came out a little while ago. So y'all go over there and check them out. They went up to the mountain, I believe, to seek out some waterfalls. And I can't wait to get back and see that. So I'll be doing that here in just a little bit. So the plan is to get us a container out here and put it right in this hole right there where that little trailer is. And nope. Sure, purple one. Yep, only got a blue one. But get a container out there, and we'll put the container right in there. And he's going to build him a little welding shop out of that, and we'll be making this a little cool area and a parking carport right in there. But we'll show you all that later on. That'll be coming down the road. Right now, we're just trying to get the infrastructure in here, basics, so he can get in here and start living. And then he can start working on it and tinkering with it a little at a time. So, as of today, we're gonna call it a day, y'all. It's a beautiful day out here. You can see I'm actually hot in this shirt right now, so you know it is pretty warm out here. And it's supposed to be almost 80 tomorrow, so that's going to be beautiful. It's like 77 or 78, they're saying tomorrow, which is crazy. We just went from 13 now to 80. We're kind of used to that Florida, right? Only we don't get the extreme to 13. But anyway, I love y'all. Don't forget, come on over here, like and subscribe. If you see this video, come say hi, man. Just leave a little comment down there and say hi. Tell me what's on your mind. You know, who knows? You might just need a picker-upper for the day. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. So until next time, y'all, we'll see y'all tomorrow.